Buddy,
Buddy.
I missed you.
Buddy. The weasel.
The what?
The weasel.
I don't know.
Remember? Encino Man?
Oh yeah, that's an old
What?
movie. I can't believe you remember that movie.
Well, we're old, Crystal.
Wait, I was at work last week when that movie came out. What do you mean?
Sure, buddy.
You have proved that you fight well. Now you can join us.
Cheap cuts. Wake up, check your phone. Ignore the alarm. You're still alone. Wake up, rewind the night. Who are you? But also kind of who am I? Wake up, check your phone. Pre-party for the apocalypse. Don't forget.
You're like, what? What's a VCR?
What
What's
is
a
that?
VHS?
A beeper.
What a beeper. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing really good. I work
Are you?
tomorrow.
You work tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm doing
Well, yeah,
good.
you work Sundays.
Yeah, I'm not used to it yet, but
But you
hopefully
get
they
off
change
early.
at 7.
That's not too bad.
Mm,
It's
No.
better than getting off at 11.
Yeah, I remember her schedule at Source HOV.
Like,
Remember?
yeah, you have to fucking.
We'd be
get
like,
up at
"Come
11.
on, man, we gotta leave straight from here to the bar because we're not gonna have time to drink."
And then you'd have to get there and fucking drink
Just
and
chug
catch
'em
up.
down, dude.
You have to
Shots,
catch up.
shots, and then yeah, bloop.
And then get
You're up there,
fucking
yeah.
wasted.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, I miss partying over there.
Me too. Well, not partying, just the whole like gathering together and getting
Yeah.
wasted.
Getting wasted.
No, not all of it, just the getting together. And
Just the getting together.
wasted.
Getting wasted. Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah.
basically.
But you don't have fun without like. Do you think like are you that type of person that says you have to drink to have fun?
Um, if I have to be honest with you, I don't know, because I haven't been in a situation where like everybody's drinking and like, am I having a good time? Like, I don't know, because I haven't been in that situation yet. Where like everybody's drunk and I'm sober, so I don't know if.
So
I
you
can
never
have-
been in a situation where you not had a drink and everybody's drinking, and you just didn't feel like drinking, or like
No.
you just didn't drink, and then or like getting there late and then you're just like seeing everybody else drinking, but then you're like,
But you start drinking. Like there has been no day where I honestly haven't drank when I was in like gatherings. Like this
Yeah.
past Christmas and New Year's, I went to my grandma's, but it was just for a little bit, and I think that was Christmas, and not everybody was drinking, so it wasn't. And I had fun, but it's not like everybody was drunk. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I can't say like, oh, like I can, because I don't know yet. Maybe it's gonna be annoying because everybody's gonna be
I think
drunk,
it's
and I'm
gonna
gonna
be
be like,
annoying. I think you're gonna be annoyed because I
And
feel
I'm-
like I would get annoyed.
yeah, like all these
I get
people are all
annoyed
fucked
by
up and being
people
annoying.
being annoying and
Mhm.
loud. You know, but then again, I'm loud to begin with without even fucking drinking.
Yeah. So you have
Yeah.
been, I'm sure you've been around
Yeah.
people that are drinking and you're sober.
And I get
Were
annoyed.
we them at a point?
No. I
Like,
think
'cause
every
you were
time
always hanging-
when we were hanging out, we were drinking.
Yeah.
Always.
That's why I was saying, like, I
We
don't
were
know.
always partying, like, and it
Even
was
when I
always-
didn't want to, I was drinking. Like, it would be like, come
Come
on, if
on.
you want to be here, you got to drink. If not, get the fuck out of here or something. All right, I'll drink it.
Peer
Let's play
pressure.
quarters.
Peer pressure at its best, huh? Like,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you're not gonna drink, get the fuck out of here.
We had rules, remember, in the refrigerator?
Yes.
we have rules. You always have to have a beer in your hand or you're out and like shit like that.
That sounds.
And I remember we would even go to sleep for like an hour or two
Yeah.
and we wake up drinking.
No, you see. Well, I mean, we would. Yeah, like it was insane.
It was insane.
I don't know. I don't miss it though.
I really don't
I
either.
don't miss it at all. Like I feel like we had fun, but it was just like too much, you know? It was just
I
like
think we overdid it
wasted. We just wasted so much time drinking, you know?
and not remembering what we would do
And
the
then
day
it was just
before and
dumb. I don't know. Anyways, hello and welcome everyone.
to another
Episode.
episode of FINADULTING.
Yay! Happy Saturday. We're recording Saturday today. Anyways, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about Miss Britney.
Womanizer,
How all this
womanizer,
thing has
womanizer.
been going on,
Ooh, ooh,
still
ooh,
going
yeah.
on about her dad.
Ooh, yeah. Womanizer, womanizer.
I remember that slave song a lot.
Okay, so I was gonna ask you. We're gonna be talking about Britney Spears, Miss Britney Spears, obviously. What's been going on? Obviously, it's been going on for years. Her conservatorship, conservatorship.
Conservatorship.
I was saying it right, and then I start recording, and it just goes away.
Say algo.
Conservatorship.
No
Yeah,
sé
I
ni
did say
cómo
it
se
right.
dice.
I said it right.
Conservatorship. Britney
Miss
Spears.
Britney Spears.
And what's been going on. Obviously, I'm sure a lot of people have heard what's going on lately now, especially after
Yeah.
that show that came out, no? About Britney. What is it like?
Well, the documentary that came out on,
Yeah, well,
I forgot where it was, Amazon,
show.
I think. Yeah.
No, it's
But
isn't it on Hulu?
I'm not sure. I don't remember where I saw it. But I remember seeing it, and then right now, like just recently, like yesterday, she didn't know she can go to a hearing and like say her side, like her side of the story, and she pretty much, opened up to everybody about what's been going on and how she's been pretending to be fine when everybody, all her fans, and everybody who has an Instagram and has her on Instagram notices there's obviously something wrong with her. You know, she looks completely like out of it,
Mhm.
So with that said, we're gonna be talking about Britney Spears, her conservatorship, and what's been going on. Hopefully, we free Britney Spears. Like
Free
free Britney. It's so sad. I don't know, it's insane. It's insane to think that now, like at this age, at this time, that people can still do that to someone that obviously she is fine. I mean, yeah, I feel like everybody can go at some point, go a little.
Yeah, we all go through shit. And it's
We all
like
go through periods of time where we just are a little bit overwhelmed and we act differently.
yeah, and it's like I think I'm sure we all have that moment when like we're going through this rough time. We're obviously not ourselves, but I feel like because she's famous, they're making a bigger deal than what it is. And like
yeah, like
it's been going on for years already. Like leave
under
her
a
alone already.
microscope, making it bigger than it is. And it's
Mhm.
insane because I feel like
Poor girl, leave her
she's
the fuck
already
alone already.
40. Like she's about to be 40, I think. And I mean, come on. She hasn't had control of her life in such a long time. Ever
And I think it also
since.
has a lot to do with like I guess the dad, like I don't know, like dude, like you don't see what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I just poor girl. She's been through a lot already. It all started when she started dating this fool Kevin, and like when they were saying that she almost dropped her baby, but she almost fell. Like what the fuck do you mean? Like
And that's the
people
thing,
making big
though.
deal about it.
That's the thing. They're always, since you're in fucking, you're a celebrity. You know, there's always gonna be paparazzi, and if you're like in that like obviously Britney Spears is in a whole different level than
Mm-hmm.
anybody. You know, like there's Michael Jackson, there's
It's
Madonna,
Britney, bitch.
and it's Britney. Like, come on,
Yeah.
everybody knows who Britney is. You know, at such a young age to be so famous, and then to be on the
So
spotlight
pretty.
everywhere growing up like that. It's just it must kind of mess up with you too, you know. And then like growing up and just like having your children and little things that happen like that, like she fell or whatever. But I mean, come on, there's so much paparazzi everywhere following her. Obviously, there's incidents that are going to occur that would happen to anybody, really.
To
But
anybody, but they
obviously,
made it into
they're
a
gonna
bigger
be
deal.
they're gonna be like, oh, well, what the hell's wrong with her?
I saw
She,
this video, and I think it was that same day where like the paparazzi were following her, and it happened because of that. So she rushed into a store, and that's when she almost dropped. Well, she almost fell, so she went like that to the baby, and then she was in there, dude. And I felt so bad for her. Like she was literally sitting down crying, and everybody's all making fun of her, taking pictures, and she was just asking for help. And
that's sad.
like that was so mean. Like I don't know. I thought that was pretty fucked up, dude.
It's sad. It's sad because people think like, oh wow, she has so much money. You know, she's famous. Who wouldn't want to be famous and have so much money? You know, oh, you'd be so happy. But in reality, really, would you be so happy you're not even able to walk out your door and be
Without
comfortable
them
going to the
seeing you,
store
what the fuck
or
you're doing. Yeah,
anywhere without someone following you, pressuring you, and they're
trying to
like
get your picture, trying to get you
trying to get you
something.
to act on something so they can get a story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and get paid.
Like
Yeah,
they either start talking like they start asking you questions about stupid shit that that they just want to get a reaction from you so you can be on the tabloids so you can be so they can sell your story. You know what I mean? So it's like it sucks. Like if you think about it, you're like, fuck, would I really want to be famous? Or on that level?
or on
Maybe,
that.
yeah, we
Yeah,
want to be famous, yeah, sure. Like on a regular celebrity level, but she's not a regular celebrity. She's Britney Spears, you know?
yeah,
So
I
it's
know.
like, how the fuck, like, it's insane. So, anyways, we're gonna be talking about her conservatorship, how it like the pretty much how it happened,
Hmm.
and what she said this in the hearing. Like we're gonna read what she said, and pretty much, she's saying, telling everybody she was pretending to be happy when she really wasn't, and
Hmm.
she had no idea she could say all these things because her lawyer that's supposed to consult, like he's supposed to be advising her,
Helping her
really
basically.
wasn't never told her that she can do that, but because obviously he was hired by the dad because she has no control of her own money,
Dude,
which
I
is
think that's so stupid. Like she's an adult.
yeah. So
Like,
okay,
okay,
when
I get
you
it when you're young, like with Macaulay Culkin, for example.
yeah,
The parents were taking care his money and they were taking care of it because he was so young. But come on, dude, she's 40.
yeah,
Like,
but
yeah,
the
yeah,
thing is
you
that
should
okay,
get
so
started.
the reason a conservatorship is made is like when you're, let's say you
Bad.
have like dementia, when you have no way of handling and
Being
knowing
able
like
to spend your own money. Yeah,
yeah, like you
basically.
just don't know. Like it's just, so basically if you're not all there, you know what I mean? Like you're just not a functioning through
Um,
Wikipedia. Under US law, conservatorship is the appointment of a guardian or a protector by a judge to manage the financial affairs and or daily life of another person due to old age, physical or mental limitations. A person under conservatorship is a conservatee, a term that can refer to an adult. A person under guardianship is a ward, a term that can also refer to a minor child. Conservatorship may also apply to corporations or organizations. So that's pretty much what the definition of a
Yeah.
conservatorship is, right? So basically, this is what happened with Britney Spears. Hold on. Where's the thing I had it here?
Whoa, I had to
So,
sneeze. Sorry,
mm,
go. I did already.
yeah. Okay, so basically, a quick timeline for Britney Spears, like conservatorship. November 2006, Britney files for divorce from Kevin Federline, and they finalized everything 2007 on July. However, the months after that, Britney and Federline found themselves in custody disputes. Early January 2008, there was an incident where allegedly Britney Spears, she was then 26 years old, she locked herself in the bathroom with her kids, and they resulted from, they called the cops because of that, you know? So she was
Mhm.
subsequently, after that, hospitalized and underwent mental health evaluations. That February, after back-to-back psychiatric holds, Jamie petitioned, Jamie, which is a dad, for an emergency temporary conservatorship over her elder daughter, which is Brittany. LA Superior Court Commissioner Reva Goetz approved it. Then October 2008, 8 months later, Judge Goetz ruled that the conservatorship would be made permanent. And according to media reports, she said that the hearing at the time that the conservatorship is necessary and appropriate for the complexity of financial and business entities and Brittany being susceptible to undue influence. Jamie was named conservator of the person, and attorney Andrew Wallet was assigned to be co-conservator of the estate to help Brittany's dad manage all her financial affairs. Back in November 2008, a month later, Brittany gave her fans a small and rare glimpse into her new normal, the MTV documentary Britney for the Record. I don't know if you ever saw that, too. Um, the previously bubbly pop star appeared glum, and some segments expressing that she felt a routine was monotonous and too in control, much to her dismay. If it wasn't under the restraints I'm under right now, with all the lawyers and doctors and people analyzing me every day, if that wasn't there, I'd be so liberated, she said to the in the documentary. When I tell them the way I feel, it's like they hear me, but they're not listening. It's like it's bad. It's sad. I don't know if you've seen this episode where I mean this part of the documentary. I haven't seen the documentary, but I've seen that
That part.
part, and she's crying when she's saying like it's bad, like, and you see like she's not fake crying. She's crying, dude. Like
I know. Well, I
she's
mean, imagine how
feeling it, like, dude,
frustrated.
like I would feel so liberated if it wasn't because, you know, this was back in 2008, dude.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, yeah, I get it. You make dumb mistakes, and especially when you're going through all this crap with you're getting a divorce, your paparazzi's talking shit, making you look bad. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're gonna go through some
It's
kind
like
of
they all played a role in
yeah,
making her a little bit like anybody would have fucking acted a little bit. Maybe not as, like to that extreme. Maybe they would have gone to another extreme. You never know. But I mean, everybody acts different. Everybody deals with pressure differently,
exactly.
overwhelming. And it's insane. So 2014 to 2016, for nearly a decade, Britney didn't comment publicly anymore on her conservatorship. However, a New York Times report released in June 2021 showed that Toxic Singer had been speaking up for herself behind closed doors all along. Previously sealed court documents obtained by the newspaper showed Britney's court-appointed attorney Samuel D. Ingham the third. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm sorry. Said that in 2014 filing that she had expressed concerns about her father's role, citing his drinking and a shopping list and other grievances. The Baby One More Time singer spoke spoke up again in 2016 to an investigator who recounted to the court that Britney was sick of being taken advantage of, and she felt she was the one working and earning her money, but everyone else around her is on her payroll. The Times said that she also requested to terminate the conservatorship for good at that time, which was 2016.
Yeah.
January 26, I mean 2019, in January 2019, Britney announced she was going on an indefinite work hiatus after her father suffered a life-threatening illness. I am dedicating my focus and energy to care for my family, she said in a statement at the time. We have a very special relationship, and I want to be with my family at this time, just like they have always been there for me. Soon after, it was revealed that her new album and planned second Vegas residency, Britney Domination, would be delayed until further notice as a result of the hiatus. The show had been scheduled for 32 performances at the Park Theater at Park MGM. So that was back in January, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're talking March 2019. Less than a year after requesting a raise, Wallet resigned as a core conservatorship of the estate, leaving just Jamie in charge. The lawyer said that in a court notice, the conservatorship is engaged in numerous ongoing business activities requiring immediate attention, and the specific details surrounding Wallet's seemingly sudden resignation remain unknown, so they don't know why he left. April 2019. In early April 2019, Britney checked into a mental health facility amid reports that she had been struggling to deal with her father's illness. However, that same month, a whistleblower claim on the Britney's Graham podcast that Britney had been held against her will, causing an uproar within the hashtag Free Britney movement. An anonymous source claiming to have worked as a paralegal for a law office involved with Britney's conservatorship left the podcasters a voicemail message stating that Britney was admitted to the facility because she had been refusing to take her medication and she had been driving, which went against her conservatorship's guidelines. So she was under medication, dude. It's insane. And then I don't know if you saw or noticed that, like, it was today they said that she was under birth control, like they were making her take birth control.
No, I think you had told me about that, and that's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's insane. May 2019, the anonymous paralegals claim were all but confirmed in the court's documents revealed in the New York Times bombshell June 2021 article. The paper reported that Britney told the court during a closed-door hearing in May 2019 that she had been forced to go to a mental health facility against her will. She reportedly saw it as a punishment for making an objection during a rehearsal for her Las Vegas residency, which she said she once performed with a 104-degree fever. Wow.
Dang.
Jamie and his legal team have long denied claims that he has mismanaged Britney's life and career. In August 2020, he told Page Six, "It's up to the court of California to decide what's best for my daughter. It's no one else's business."
Okay.
Okay, so August 2019. In August 2019, Jamie allegedly had a physical altercation with Britney and Federline's then 13-year-old son, Sean Preston. Criminal charges were not filed against Jamie, but Federline got a restraining order to keep both of his and Britney's sons away from his former father-in-law after the incident.
Damn.
Oh, wow. And then September 2019, 1 month later or after the alleged altercation with his grandson, Jamie was temporarily replaced as a co-conservator of Britney's person. He cited health issues as the reason, as Britney's care manager, Jody Montgomery, stepped in as his replacement. This did not remove Jamie from the conservatorship altogether. but Judge Penny did extend Montgomery's temporary role until at least September 2021. So right now she's under her.
Yeah. That's
Oh.
crazy. Till September, no? And
Hmm.
then
August 2020. And I know it sounds a little long, but I just want you guys to kind of understand where,
yeah, no, yeah.
since when this has been going on,
It's been
Nearly a
what,
year
12 to
later.
13 years, no?
Dude, it's insane. Yes, it's like a whole life. And it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Nearly a year later, Britney's attorney, Ingham, I'm going to call him Ingham,
Ingen.
filed a petition stating that the performer strongly opposed having her father return as sole conservator of the person once he recuperated from his health issues. In the documents, the Gimme More singer did not request to have the conservatorship ended completely, but rather have a qualified corporate fiduciary appointed to serve in this role. So she was just like, I don't want my dad. I want somebody
Yeah.
else. However, in November, Judge Penny declined Britney's request to remove her dad from the conservatorship, despite the lawyer's allegations that she was afraid of him. That's so sad. Afraid of your dad, right? November 2020, at that same November hearing, Judge Penny did approve for Jamie to split his responsibilities in overseeing Britney's financial affairs with the firm Bessemer Trust. The private company, which offers comprehensive investment management, wealth planning, and family office services, was chosen by Ingram. So many fans saw it as a small win for Britney. This was February 2021. The New York Times and FX released the documentary Framing Britney Spears, which is the one I watched and I told you it's really good. In February 2021, sparking nationwide support for the pop princess among fans and celebs alike. The special documentary, Britney's Rise to Fame, Mental Health Issues as a Result of Severe Public Scrutiny, Conservatorship, and the hashtag Free Britney movement. March 2021. That March, Britney formally requested in a court petition that Montgomery permanently replace Jamie as conservator over the singer's personal affairs. Regardless of how this ruling pans out, Jamie would remain co-conservator of her estate along Bessemer Trust. So they just can't get rid of him.
Nope.
Insane. June 2021, which would be now, Britney is scheduled to address Judge Penny for her first time in years and first time ever at the public hearing in June 2021, which she already did. We'll talk about that right now, which she will attend virtually. Sources previously told Page Six that the mom of two plans to ask the judge to remove her father from her conservatorship. Our source said Britney recognizes that the conservatorship isn't something that can end overnight, so that is not her immediate goal. The insider added, right now she just wants her dad out because his role has come between them numerous times and has damaged their relationship. So that's the whole that's what's been going on right now with Britney, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like she already did her hearing through like virtual hearing.
Virtually, yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to let you guys know what she said.
So they should, what I think they should do is like maybe give her some kind of like trial, like here we'll remove you, we'll see how you're doing in 3 months, and if you're doing good, then you know what I mean? Like,
It's because
no, it's just
it's super difficult for you to get rid of a conservatorship.
yeah, no, I know
It's
because obviously
insanely hard.
it
Like
had something to do with doctors and her being checked, and they probably said, hey, you know what, she can't take care of herself. So now she's gonna have to go through all that process again, and
yes,
it's just crazy.
it's insane. And what I read to you guys was all on it's through page6.com. This is her statement to the court and in her conservatorship hearing. Britney Spears is asking a Los Angeles Superior Court judge to end her 13-year conservatorship, saying she is being exploited, bullied, and feeling left out and alone. Below is a transcript from the leaked audio recording of part of Spears' court statement Wednesday, posted on YouTube and verified by NPR. Britney Spears. I will be honest with you, I haven't been back to court in a long time because I don't think I was heard on any level when I came to court the last time. I brought 4 sheets of paper in my hands and wrote in length what I had been what I had been through for the last 4 months before I came there. The people who did this to me should not be able to walk away so easily. I'll recap. I was on tour in 2018. I was forced to do. My management said if I don't do this tour, I will have to find an attorney. Los Angeles Superior Court Judge Brenda Penny says, Mrs. Spears or Miss Spears, I hate to interrupt you, but my court reporter is taking down what you're saying. And then Spears is like, okay. And then the judge is Miss Penny says, and so you have to speak a little more slowly. So she was talking really fast, you know. She was probably nervous too.
Yeah.
So she said, oh, of course, yes, I apologize. Great. And then Penny says, so we hear and make a record of everything you're saying. Spears, the people who did this to me should not get away and be able to walk away so easily. Recap, I was on tour in 2018. I was forced to do. My management said if I don't do this tour, I will have to find an attorney, and by contract, my own management could sue me if I didn't follow through with the tour. He handed me a sheet of paper as I got off the stage in Vegas, and said I had to sign it. It was very threatening and scary, and with the conservatorship, I couldn't even get with my own attorney. So out of fear, I went ahead and did the tour. When and came off that tour, a new show in Las Vegas was supposed to take place. I started rehearsing early, but it was hard because I'd been doing Vegas for 4 years and I needed a break in between. But no, I was told that, oh, this is the timeline and this is how it's going to go. I rehearsed 4 to 4 days, half of the time in the studio and half of the other time in Westlake Studio. I was basically directing most of the show with my whereabouts where I prefer to rehearse, and actually did most of the choreography. Meaning I taught my dancers my new choreography myself. I take everything I do very seriously. There's tons of video with me at rehearsals. I wasn't very good. I was great. I led a room of 16 new dancers in rehearsals. It's funny to hear my manager's side of the story. They all said I wasn't participating in rehearsals and I never agreed to take my medication, which my medication is only taken in the mornings, never at rehearsal. They don't even see me, so why are they even claiming that? When I said no to one dance move into rehearsals, it was as if I planted a huge bomb somewhere, and I said, "No, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it this way." After that, my management, my dancers, and my assistant, and new people that were supposed to do the new show all went into a room, shut the door, and didn't come out for at least 45 minutes. Ma'am, I'm not here to be anyone's slave. I can say no to a dance move. I was told by my, at the time, therapist, Dr. Benson, who died, that my manager called him. And then the moment I told him I wasn't cooperating or following the guidelines in rehearsals, and he also said I wasn't taking my medication, which is so dumb because I've had some lady every morning for the past 8 years give me the same medication, and I'm nowhere near these stupid people. It makes no sense at all. She's all over the place.
Well,
Um,
yeah, I'd be pissed off, dude. Like, how do you think anyone would feel like they're saying shit about you? Like, oh, she's not taking her meds and she did
yes.
not want to do the dance move. Like, come on, like how stupid do you sound? Like, really,
And
like
this is insane. And it goes on and on. I don't really want to read the whole thing. I do want to read though the part where she says she was pretending to be happy. Because I mean, this is long. And if you guys wanna, I'll link it down below so you guys can read the whole thing or listen to it on NPR. It is a transcript of everything. So she's like, okay, so there's a part where she's like saying, I want to end this conservatorship without being evaluated. In the meantime, I want this therapist once a week. He can either come to my house. No, I just want him to come to my house. I'm not willing to go to Westlake and be embarrassed by all these paparazzis, these scummy paparazzi laughing at my faces. That's what she put, or she said, while I'm crying, coming out and taking my pictures, and all of these white, nice diners where people drinking wine at restaurants watching me, from these
yeah.
places. So she's saying this, and I mean, obviously, I'm reading this like word by word. It sounds like she is all over the place, but then I also understand her because she is like taking all of this, and it's like everything's just coming
Letting it all
out.
out.
She's just
Yeah.
like, like vomiting all of this, like this
It's
is,
been
it's been
years, like I'm
in.
telling you, dude. Like you're after so many years of not even saying anything, and then you have the chance to now speak, and of course, like all your emotions, your frustration comes out, dude. Like this is frustration bottled up in years. Like
It is
it's
insane, dude.
messed
I
up.
feel I feel so bad for her.
So do I.
And then I was reading how Justin Timberlake, because obviously everybody knows they were like the couple. And then he
About
says he tweeted like saying like, oh yeah, like nobody should be able to control another, like they shouldn't, just pretty much saying like, let me see if I can find his tweet.
like backing her up, kind of.
Yeah. After what we saw today, we should all be supporting Britney at this time, regardless of our past, good and bad. And no matter how long ago, it was, what's happening to her is just not right. No woman should ever be restricted from making decisions about her own body. And he's talking about the fact that they were
Yeah,
making her take
not have babies. In other words, they don't want her to have
what is it?
birth control.
Birth control. So be on birth control. And a lot of people retweeted this because, we all remember. I mean, I understand that we're all young at some point and we say dumb shit. And, maybe he was trying to be cocky. Maybe he's just trying to be a douche. Maybe he was he was definitely being a douche. But there's times where he would be like talking shit about Britney.
Yeah, I know.
So a lot of people are like, Justin Timberlake played a major part on how the media treated her, slut shamed her, and objectified her. But okay. So they
Yeah, dude.
retweeted his, and they pretty much said, like, hey, you played a role. Why are you even fucking, you shouldn't even be fucking saying anything, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yes, we understand that everybody's young. Like, you guys were young, but I mean, you played a major role. Why?
Yeah,
You
I
know,
think did an interview, about he was talking about her or something like that.
he was at a radio station.
And they were like laughing
And
or
they were
something. And it's
talking, and it was like, dude, he
like I
could have.
get you were young and you said shit, but he could have at least apologized. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if he did, but yeah.
At Brandon Hilton says, you kind of owe her. You two together made you both household names, and you did her dirty and contributed to what happened to her. Don't know if I would speak on this if I were in your shoes.
Uh
Wow. So, yes, it's like, why would you fucking even? You
dude,
know what I
like
mean?
I don't know, like honestly, why they're making her take birth control. Like, dude, there was a lot of incidents where a lot of famous people were caught doing something bad. Like, for example, Michael Jackson trying to be
Oh,
cute,
yes.
supposedly putting the baby over the the freaking second story or like, dude, no, there's other shit going on, and they fucking, I don't know, dude. I think it's all messed up what they're doing to her. Like, honestly,
It's because the thing with birth control, like I feel like okay, yeah, Michael Jackson could have been like, hey, dude, no more kids for you. You don't. What the fuck are you
yeah,
doing?
like, why are
Right?
you even doing that? Like,
But have you noticed it's very women? Like oh no, women. You should be on birth control. You can't have an abortion. They just want to fucking tell you what to do with your body when it's your body. But when it comes to men, it's different. Oh no,
yeah,
like men, like oh yeah, they
we're
can't
putting
they
you on birth
can't
control. Let's
they
see.
can't have a fucking vasectomy because what? That's reversible, like. But yet, fucking, they fucking want to tell you what to do with your body. But yeah, when it comes to men, it's like, oh, they can do whatever the
It's
fuck
like,
they
oh,
want.
it's fine. Yeah.
So on Tuesday, Britney Spears described the nightmarish legal quagmire she's been trapped in before the California court. Speaking publicly for the first time about her conservatorship that was long rumored by fans and media alike to be oppressive, controlling, and not in the singer's best interest, Spears described a Kafkaesque situation in which she has been at the mercy of her conservator's whims. She is not allowed to get her nails done or change the color of her kitchen cabinets. She is not
What?
allowed to drive or to ride in her boyfriend's car. More seriously, she referred repeatedly to being punished when she refused her conservator's wishes. Under her conservatorship, Spears has been forced to work against her will and was forcibly institutionalized when she refused. She has not been permitted to choose her own lawyers or therapists. Most disturbingly, Spears is not allowed to refuse medications recommended by her conservators, not even the extremely strong psychiatric drug lithium. I don't know.
Dude, but why can't she be in her boyfriend's car?
I don't know, dude.
Oh
And
my
well,
god.
because they're running her life, they can do whatever they can fucking say.
That's stupid,
Maybe
dude.
they can say because they're gonna be alone and she's so easily influenced, you know? It's stupid.
That's stupid.
Um, and though she has, and though she says she wants to have another child, Spears is not allowed to remove her IUD. Spears' fame and fortune have added peculiar irony to her situation. Though she is lavishly wealthy, she can't control or spend her own money. Though she is world renowned and uncommonly successful, she cannot live the life of glamour or opportunity that her success could afford. Instead, her life sounds claustrophobic, small, confined to the places her conservators say she can go, the people her conservators say she can see. So other people can and do speak publicly about her, but she is not permitted to speak for herself.
That's stupid, dude. How the fuck do you not cannot get your nails done and write with your boyfriend? And that's just stupid, dude.
The conservatorship has placed Spears in a position of legal childhood, deprived of even the most basic freedoms and prerogatives of adult life when she is in a position to enjoy the most lavish ones. More than anything, it's hard not to see in her situation an enormous amount of wasted potential and time. Money and fame make her case unique. She is hardly alone in having her future curdled and her self determination revoked by callous state and family members with questionable motives. Reproductive and disability rights advocates have been quick to point out that reproductive coercion of this kind that has been inflicted on Spears is all too common. In 1923, when she was 17, Carrie Buck was raped by Clarence Garland, the nephew of her foster parents, Alice and John Dobbs, and became pregnant. Embarrassed, the Dobbs had Carrie committed to the Virginia State Colony for epileptics and feeble-minded, and on grounds of incorrigible behavior and promiscuity. Buck gave birth to a daughter, Vivian, while incarcerated and was sterilized against her will, soon therefore under Virginia's Eugenical Sterilization Act. Buck sued and lost. The U.S. Supreme Court declared her forced sterilization legal in the 1927 case Buck versus Bell. After the decision, dozens of states rushed to pass their own eugenics bill, and soon forced sterilization, primarily of women, were a routine part of American prison mental health and welfare systems. Forced sterilizations became so common among Black women in the South that they acquired a grim nickname, the Mississippi appendectomy. In the decision endorsing her sterilization, the Supreme Court Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes summarized his opinion of Buck's family this way: 3 generations of imbeciles are enough. It was impossible not to see the shades of Carrie Buck, a young woman demonized for her sexuality, denied her freedom, declared mentally incompetent without much evidence, and ultimately sterilized. So there's a lot of similarities. In more than half of states, conservatorships are permitted to inflict not just long-term birth control like Britney Spears IUD, but permanent sterilization. Oh, that's what I'm talking
That's
about.
crazy,
How
dude.
the fuck does somebody else have control over your body?
Doesn't make sense at all.
During the heyday of American eugenics that followed the Buck versus Bell ruling, it is estimated that more than 60,000 people in the U.S. were sterilized against their will, most of them women, obviously. The practice was especially widespread in Puerto Rico, where it's estimated that 1/3 of the female population was sterilized.
That's
Often, as a matter
crazy.
of the course, in the aftermath of a birth, or while women were under anesthesia for other procedures, the practice of eugenics for sterilization is by no means a thing of the past. Have you heard that? I've heard, I don't remember where, but I heard that people have gotten like where they can't have kids anymore while they were under another
I've never
procedure.
I've never heard of
Um,
that.
it's insane. So the practice of eugenics for sterilization is by no means a thing of the past. About 1,400 women were sterilized in California prisons between 1997 and 2010. And ICE is allegedly, oh, I think I heard it from ICE. And ICE is alleged to have been sterilized immigrant women in its
Mm,
detention centers as recently as last year. That's where I heard.
dang.
For those like Spears who have been placed under conservatorships in response to mental health issues, their reproductive freedom has been stripped away from them with remarkably little resource or recourse. In more than half of the states, conservators are permitted to inflict not just long-term birth control like Spears UID, but permanent sterilization on those deemed unfit to make the decisions for themselves. But who exactly gets deemed unfit? Sanity is a slippery thing, and mental health is difficult status to assess. Historically, many have been deemed insane for simply having unpopular opinions or for behaving in ways that were offensive to common attitudes and contrary to convention. This is particularly true to women who have a long history of being deemed insane for trivial reasons by those who are either committed to misogyny or interested in their money. In the case of Carrie Buck, it's not clear that she really was imbecilic, as the Supreme Court claimed. Rather, it seemed that her case was less about mental illness than about moralism. Maybe the same could be said about Britney Spears, who, after an acute mental health episode in 2007, and 2008 appeared in the courtroom this week competent, knowledgeable, and self aware. Wow. There are no justifications for forcibly sterilizing anyone, but in Spears' case, the UID issue underscores the growing evidence that her conservatorship has become less about protection and more about control. Speaking of a conversation on the phone with her father, her primary authority under the conservatorship, Spears said, I cried on the phone for an hour and he loved every minute of it. The control he had over someone as powerful as me, he loved it. So that's the whole. This
Shebang.
was this was from theguardian.com, and this pretty much talking about how, and they're like, okay, this is what happened back in the day in 1923.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's
it's
insane.
crazy.
It's insane because she, even like they spoke to her, she's knowledgeable, she's fine, you
And
know.
her other two kids are fine. I mean,
So it's sad. Her
it
whole
is
situation
sad.
is super sad. I feel like.
I really hope that like everything goes well and goes, for her, on her side, that they just leave her the fuck alone.
Leave her
Yes,
alone!
it's insane. It's insane because
Leave Britney Spears alone right
no,
now!
I don't
Poor
know, like.
girl, like imagine
But
like
like,
going
okay,
through all this
so
shit.
what is the mom doing in all this? What is the sister doing in all this? Like, what are their parts? Are they
No,
together?
I
Like,
don't
it's
know.
insane. It's like if you see someone taking advantage of your daughter,
Yeah, like you're gonna be
like,
there
wouldn't
fighting
you,
with
as a
her.
mother, be like, I get it. Okay, maybe she is out of control, but hey, who isn't out of control at some point? Like, yeah,
And
there's
this
some
was
people who are
years ago. She
not.
was 20 something years old. Like
Exactly.
this was
And
years and years ago. Like leave her the fuck alone already, dude. Like we all go through our obviously, dude, you know how I am. I've obviously gone through shit that I regret. I've done shit I regret. I've been in jail, but dude, like what the fuck? Like, I don't know. It's
it's
just
just
crazy.
insane. I don't know if it's all about the money. Do you think it's all about the money?
I don't
They
know. I was
have,
gonna ask you, dude, like, can the dad touch her money? No, right?
yeah. He's the one controlling her
Why that's
money.
that's
So
stupid though, because why is he able to spend her money if she's the one working for it? Like, okay, that's like I thought that it was something like, okay, yeah, you can hold my money and you give it to me. It still sucks, but why is he touching it?
I don't know. What I
It could
feel
be
like.
for the money if it's the case.
Well, they're living off of her, dude. So obviously they are touching the money. They're living off of her. Like, she's made so much money. So it's
I
like
know.
they want to just have that control, you
It's
know?
stupid, dude. Like
And
they
it
don't,
sucks
yeah.
because you're like, dude, like,
Well, what do you think as a parent? What do you think is gonna happen when she wins? Like, yeah, bitch, you're not gonna see my money anymore.
that's
Obviously,
it.
but this is what you brought upon yourself. Like, you know what I
It's
mean? So I
sad.
think it probably has a lot to do with it. They're gonna be like, oh no, she's gonna be mad. So she's gonna leave and she's gonna leave us with nothing. You know what I mean? Like that's probably what they're thinking.
And there's so many cases from like childhood stars that happen like
Yeah,
this. Well, not as
exactly.
extreme,
But yeah, it
but it's still
happens.
like where the
Where
parent
parents want
is.
to just take advantage of their kids' money. Like, dude, that's fucked up.
I mean, it's sad because you're like, okay, I get it. You could. I mean, you can manage them.
But taking advantage of
But
it is
then
something else.
there's a point where you're not a child anymore. You become a young man
An
or you become an
adult, dude.
adult, and you can handle your, like, maybe you can't, but you have people who are handling your money, or
I feel
you
like
can make
if
your own decisions, you
that's what
know?
I'm saying. Like, I feel like if she's good out there making her money, she should be good handling her money. Like, she's out there working for her shit. She's out there teaching people how to dance. Like, I feel like she's doing a good job. Like, yeah, like, leave the poor girl alone. For real.
It's so sad. It's so sad just even looking at her. Like, I would trip out. Like, just watching her videos, dude, because you're like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Like,
I've seen
she
a
does
couple of
not
them.
sound normal. Like, her voice is so fake. Like, she does not sound like that, first of all, you know?
Yeah.
And then she just looks like she's on something. And you're just like, fuck, dude, like. And then it just seems like someone is controlling her from the back, like someone's guiding her to do whatever the fuck she's doing on the camera. You know, and it
I don't
sucks that you're
know. It's
like, oh my
crazy.
god, that's the fuck's going on, you know? And
Yeah.
so many people are watching this and they're all like, how are you,
Like,
Brittany? Like, what's wrong? Like, wear
yeah.
this if you're okay. Like, you know, like, like how they say, blink to,
Blink
you know,
once if you need help. Yeah. Or,
yeah, like they'll be like, wear this, you know, to let us know you're not okay. And then like people would say like, oh, that she would make another video wearing whatever that person would say or whatever.
damn.
So I don't know about all that, but I'm just saying like
It's
what I've
creepy.
seen, it's insane. It's just like,
It is
you know,
insane
there is an issue there, and I know she said she was sorry for pretending. Let me
that
look
she
up
was
that real
okay.
quick.
Yeah.
So she apologizes to the fans. So on Thursday, Britney Spears apologized to fans pretending like I've been okay, which she wasn't really.
Obviously
She didn't
hasn't.
do a good job because she didn't look okay, you
Yeah.
know. um, After her highly anticipated testimony about her conservatorship, she also said that in in an Instagram post, the singer said that her life was not perfect, adding that anyone who has read anything about her over the past week would know that. I believe as people, we all want a fairy tale life. And by the way, I posted, my life seems to look and be pretty amazing. I think that's what we all strive for. Spears wrote. I'm bringing this to people's attention because I don't want people to think my life is perfect because it's definitely not at all. And if you have read anything about me in the news this week, you obviously really know now it's not. I apologize for pretending like I've been okay for the past 2 years, she continued. I just want to tell you guys a little secret. I believe as people, we all want to we all want the fairy tale life, and by the way I posted, my life seems to look and be pretty amazing. I think that's what we all strive for. That's what that was one of my mother's best traits. No matter how shitty a day was when I was younger, for the sake of me and my siblings, she always pretended like everything was okay. I'm bringing this to people's attention because I don't want people to think my life is perfect because it's definitely not at all. And if you have read anything about me in the news this week, you obviously really know that it's not. I apologize for pretending I've been okay for the past 2 years. I did it because of my pride and I was embarrassed to share what happened to me. But honestly, who doesn't want to capture their Instagram in a fun light? Believe it or not, pretending that I'm okay has actually helped. So I decided to post this quote today because, by golly, if you're going through hell, I feel like Instagram has helped me have a cool outlet to share my presence, existence, and to simply feel like I matter despite what I was going through. And hey, it worked. So I've decided to start reading more fairy tales. And
Mm.
then she put little like a
Ay,
fairy and a
pobrecita.
unicorn. It's so sad. And she here's this one, the one that she posted. It's a quote. It
No.
says, "If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales." By Albert Einstein. So she posted that and she said that. That's what she said. And
Pobrecita. I feel
I felt
so bad
really
for her.
bad. I felt like extremely bad. I felt like she hasn't fully grown. You know what I mean? Like she hasn't matured like how she's supposed to have, like a normal person.
Well, no, she's been famous since she was
Because it's
little.
insane. Yeah. So Oh, I just feel horrible. It's insane.
I don't
But
know. I just honestly
hopefully,
hope everything gets better for her.
hopefully, everything does get better because it's out already. Everybody knows, like
Mm-hmm.
she's already said, you know what, I'm not fine. This is what's going on, and everybody has been known for years, but just like having her just say it, and take all this that she's been holding,
And
you
taking it
know.
out. Yeah, finally he's
And if
talking
you read
about
the
it.
transcript, it is so long and it's like she just all over the place, but she is speaking her
Finally.
emotions, like
Yeah, that's
releasing
true.
all that. And it's like so intense. And I feel for her and I do not envy that lifestyle, that life,
Mm-mm.
because you're like, that's what I'm saying. It's not always greener on the other side. Just because they have money doesn't mean they're happy,
Doesn't mean, yeah, it's
Money
true.
doesn't mean doesn't mean like happiness.
Happiness, no, it doesn't.
It just that's like the moral of the fucking story.
That's true.
That's the
It is
moral of this
happiness.
fucking
Money
thing.
is happiness only when you're like, I feel like when you're born not wealthy
Mhm.
and like our age right now, like if we're rich, I'm sure we wouldn't get
I don't
ruined.
know.
But I
Like
don't know. You never know.
it's just I don't know. It's just I think people and money they just have to have a really good relationship with it. You have to have a like mentally, physically, spiritually, everything has to be good energy and
Yeah.
just very good relationship with money because if you lack one of those things, you're just not gonna have a
I'm
good.
not gonna, yeah.
It's gonna be either really good for you but really bad for your
But really,
family or like
yep.
it's just gonna be something.
Something. There's always something.
I mean, I do welcome it.
I welcome it all the
We
time. You're
welcome
welcome in
money all
here.
the time,
You're welcome to reign in here and
But that's
just
because we've grown to know that money's a cycle and you have to keep it going.
keep it coming.
It's energy, dude. You have to keep that energy going.
Yep.
And I feel like the way to really appreciate money and to really like have a good relationship with money is by giving when you have,
Mm-hmm.
by sharing. It's like I'm saying, like money's a cycle. Like you have to treat it as a cycle. Money
Yeah, you
has to
have to let it out
be
to bring some more in. Let
yeah,
it out and bring more
money
in.
has to
Yeah.
keep flowing because if you stop it, it comes stop coming, You have to keep it
Yeah.
going. So by you
Keep it going,
sharing your
keep it
wealth
going.
and so by sharing the wealth, that's a good, by not being so like like this is mine and
It's me up.
yeah, so but yeah,
Nah, but
it's just what is I forgot. I was gonna ask you this from the beginning. What's your favorite Britney Spears song?
I have a couple of them, but if I'm not gonna lie, it's toxic.
I love
I
Toxic
love that was
too.
you know what
I love the
that's
video. That's one of my
it
favorite
is. It's a good
videos
video with the motorcycle and
with her and the
the
glitter. The
she's
glitter, dude,
that
the fucking naked bodysuit
yeah, yeah,
glitter.
yeah. I
When I
remember.
saw that, I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? This
She's
bitch has
hot.
the most beautiful body."
She has a
I was
nice
like,
body.
"Oh my god,"
Yeah,
She's
that's one of my
like,
favorite songs. What about you?
I was singing. I
I
love
think I
Toxic.
did it again.
No, I was singing the first one, the very first one, the
um,
Baby One More Time.
hit me,
Baby,
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 one more time. Yep,
I
it just
was
came out.
confident
Uh,
that my love
Wait.
it's killing me.
Yeah,
But
she's super
I
cute.
still believe.
That you
Um,
will be here
I like
and give me a
and it's so funny
smile.
because I'm telling you this. She's like insanely fucking famous. That anybody, you can tell anybody, ask anybody, what's a Britney Spears song, and they're gonna know one. One.
Yeah, even one. Yeah.
And they're gonna like it because everybody
I'm
sings to
sure
Britney
everybody's gonna
Spears.
I'm sure everybody likes at least one or two songs from her. Everyone has to.
Yeah. I like
Slave
I'm
also.
a slave for you.
Yeah, Toxic is a good song.
Um the newer ones too are good. Like the more recent ones. Uh,
Isn't she lovely?
or like the stronger one. I am stronger than yesterday.
Oh
That
yeah.
one's a good one.
That one too.
Uh we all love Britney.
Yeah, we do.
I mean,
I
how
like
could you
Britney.
not? She's such a iconic person, you know?
Yeah, she's
We
really
all
good.
remember when we were small singing to,
Britney
Britney
Spears.
Spears and Christina Aguilera,
Yeah.
and like
Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott.
Alanis
And it's like
Morissette.
all of those girls are fine except for Britney. And I don't know why the fuck. It's just insane.
Because they fucking wanted to target her fucking pricks.
It's sad.
I'm gonna see if I could send you that video where you could see her like in the restaurant, dude. Pinche gente cula la verga.
Leave Britney Spears alone
horrible.
right now.
It's a post I saw, right? And it says stop abortion at the source. Vasectomies are reversible. Make every young man have one. When he's deemed financial and emotionally fit to be a father, it will be reversed. What? What's that? Did the idea of regulating a man's body make you uncomfortable? Then mind your fucking business.
Oh,
Oh, and I loved it. I was like, oh my God.
that's
Oh,
good.
like, oh, what? That doesn't sound right. Then
Yeah,
why are you allowed
exactly.
to have an opinion when you don't have a fucking,
Exactly.
when you don't have, you're not a woman? And so
I mean,
why is that? It sounds really uncomfortable to say it like that.
yeah,
But why would you regulate us, like
but not men. Yeah,
not men?
because they're idiots.
But I
Because they're
mean,
idiots.
because
That's why.
it is. So it's so sad that,
Just females.
yeah. So yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
It is sad, Crystal.
It's very sad. I mean, like for me, like I don't want to have kids, but like I don't know, like why you would. I mean, if supposedly we're supposed to be free, and do whatever we want, and like that doesn't seem free. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to tell somebody like
You
you
need to be
can't
on
have any
birth
kids.
control.
Like what the fuck?
And I mean, there's situations that you're like, okay, maybe, but
But
I
this
mean,
is a
it's still
stupid.
someone's body. It's still your choice. It's your body and your choice. Like
I know, but I don't know. It's just fucked up.
it's just so complicated. It is complicated, but then at the same time, I'm like, if I refuse someone to be like, oh, no, you're not fit to be a mom, you shouldn't have kids. So there's a lot of moms who shouldn't have kids.
Exactly, dude. There's a lot of them.
But we all have the, free will. We all have that choice whether we want to be moms or not. Whether everybody should be a mom or not is a different thing. But, you should have the option, because if we start stopping, like we start like, oh, you shouldn't be, and what makes that person not like be good or fit to be a mom, or then it
Yeah.
starts like creating a more of a, it starts creating more like more
Yeah,
reasons for
yeah.
other people not to be fit to be
Not
a
to
mom,
be, yeah.
so it's like you start fucking each other over,
And it shouldn't even be that way. If anything, we should have each other's backs, but
exactly. So that sucks. That's going on with Britney. But on a lighter note, we're everywhere, guys. You guys
Come
better
on, what, like-
subscribe.
There you go.
Okay. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe. Go to, we're
Comments.
all over. Yes, comment, of course. Share.
Of course.
Share, please.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. We need that cycle. We need to keep it going. And also, we're on Spotify, everywhere, really. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher. So everywhere you listen to podcasts, we're there.
Listen.
Rate us, if you like our show, rate us. That helps us out a lot to keep us going. And even if we don't really care.
We still keep going.
We still keep going. We're unstoppable.
Well, you can't stop us.
Time to be alive. Start a podcast, become a DJ. Try and fill the void inside. I'd be lying if I didn't say that sounds nice. Wake up, check your phone, but the battery's died.